Hello friends, it's Scott from Platte River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you once a week to update you on my keto progress, and I try to check in with you at least one other time during the week, usually to share something that I've discovered about the ketogenic lifestyle, but occasionally to share a little something that I've discovered about this little journey that we call life. Today is Friday, which means it's not technically an update day, but this might end up being my weekly update. I don't know. It depends on if I decide I have more stuff to say tomorrow. But there's something that I wanted to talk with you guys about, something I wanted to share with you. I'm going to be pretty vulnerable here. And yeah, I hope it's valuable to you. I know it's going to be valuable to me to share it with you. But here we go. So I decided to title this video, Why Keto Products Don't Work for Me. And I guess I should have a bit of a caveat there, why most keto products don't work for me, because there are a couple of keto products that do work for me, and I'll talk about those as we talk about this whole thing. But why most keto products don't work for me? Short answer here. 12/31 of 23, my weight was 318.6. Today, 5/3 of 24, my weight is 354.4. I have gained 35.8 pounds in 4 months. So yeah, that's why most keto products don't work for me. Day by day, keep calm and keto on, my friends. Okay, we probably should expound upon that just a little bit more. But that is the short answer. I've utilized a lot of keto products in the last 4 months. And while I think that had I been on the standard American diet during this past tax season, that number wouldn't be 35.8, it would be 75.8. I can really put on the weight in a short period of time, guys. But so while I think it definitely would have been worse had I decided to just say, forget it, and go with the standard American diet, keto products do not work for me because the proof is in the pudding there, of gaining 35.8 pounds in 4 months. Now, to be really clear before I talk a little bit more and expound a little bit more about why keto products don't work for me, I want to be very clear with you guys on one thing. I am disappointed in that number. I'm disappointed that I have regressed and gone back. Having said that, I am fully committed to moving forward, and I'm excited for where I can go. I know that when I keto in a way that works for me, which is a video that I shared with you guys just the other day, when I do those things, I have success. And so I have no doubt I'll be able to take this fat that I have accumulated and this weight, and I'll be able to take it back off and continue to move forward in my health journey. I am not depressed by that number. It's the reality of where I am. As I have mentioned, maybe not on this channel, but my wife and I have definitely said, I do not own a DeLorean. It is not 1985. I am not Marty McFly. I do not have a time machine. So if my truck goes up to 88 miles an hour, the only thing I'm really probably going to get is a ticket. I'm not going to be able to go back in time. Those of you who are old enough to remember that reference, give me a thumbs up. For those of you who aren't, go watch Back to the Future. It's a movie from 1985. But I don't have a time machine. I can't go back in time. These last 4 months have been interesting for me. In some ways, mental health-wise, I think they were better than last year's tax season. Having said that, obviously, from a physical standpoint, gaining 35.8 pounds is not a good thing. But a bit of an aside there. But one thing I want to be really clear with you guys about is I am still very pleased with the overall progress that I've made since I started keto. For those of you who don't know, if you're newer to my channel, I started this keto journey July 21st of 2021 at 475.6 pounds. So even at 354.4, which is, again, a very disappointing number for me, that's down 121.2 pounds since I started my keto journey. So while I'm very frustrated and I'm just a little over 50 pounds heavier than I was at my best since I've started this keto journey. I think I got down to 294, I think was the lowest that I've been since I started my keto journey in July of 2021. While I'm disappointed with being up, a little over 50 pounds from that number, I am, actually I guess about 60 pounds from that number. I am nonetheless very pleased with the progress that I've made. This is not going to get me down. I am moving forward and gonna work hard, and I know what I need to do, and that's really why I wanted to share this video with you guys. I don't know how many of you are actually going to see it. I know a lot of people don't watch my long form videos anymore. I get a lot more views on my short videos, but I have a lot to say today, so we're going to talk about it. I have kind of decided, I think, a little bit what, and it's funny because I've been at this for almost 2 years. I've decided a little bit what I want my channel to be about. And it is something very specific to me. And, it's a big part of why keto products don't work for me. And that is because I am a food addict, carb addict, sugar addict, whatever you want to call it. Now, I think food addict is a bit of a misnomer because we all have to eat food. But what I mean by I am a food addict relates directly to why most keto products don't work for me. And that is because an open box is an empty box. And that is true whether it is a box of Twinkies or whether it is a box of perfect keto Nola bars. It doesn't matter. It's something that I have struggled with most of my life. Definitely since I was probably 10, 11, 12 years old when I started puberty. I just have never had the ability to self-regulate on something that I think is just delicious. And so that's who I am. And I'm not saying that could never, ever, ever possibly change. I will say that I've made great strides on that particular health journey topic in the last almost 3 years. Things are definitely a lot better. They're certainly better when I eat keto. They're 100% better when I eat keto the way that I know that I should, which is focusing on meat, low-carb vegetables, and pretty much that's it. I don't have any problems when I do that. The problems that come when I add keto products, keto snacks, keto bars, keto treats of any kind, the drinks, nuts, seeds, popcorn, which most people argue probably really isn't keto at all. But I don't have the ability to self-regulate those products. And so for that reason, those products simply don't work for me. And like I said, I've been at this channel thing here for almost 2 years. And I'm not going to say that I didn't know my niche at all or what I wanted to really focus on. But I listen to a lot of my keto friends, and some of them are really great at making amazing keto recipes. And a lot of them have affiliations with keto products. And I don't think there's anything inherently bad about any of that, guys, to be very, very clear. But I was actually listening to somebody today who will remain nameless, and they're a wonderful keto person. I just don't want to somehow call them out specifically, because I was listening to them talk about a keto product that they have an affiliation with, and it was a bar or a snack of some kind. And I just thought to myself, man, I hear this all the time as I listen to keto personalities, I guess, for lack of a better term, as I listen to YouTube channels of other keto people and as I hear about those products, and I hear about it all the time, like I start to delude myself, and I start to think, well, maybe I can have those products, and maybe because they're keto products, somehow I will be able to regulate them, and I'll be able to only have one bar or one little bag of treat or a piece of keto pie or a serving of a certain kind of nuts or seeds, and I just am not able to do that. And so that's going to be the focus of my channel. I'm not saying if you're a person, my wife is a person, for the record, if you're a person like my wife who is able to have that open bag or box of bars and have one every week or few weeks, or have a half of one and put the rest away, if you're that person, I'm not saying go away, I don't want you on my channel, because that's not true at all. But I am going to tell you that the focus of my channel moving forward is really going to be on the kind of keto that I have to do to be successful. And I'm going to focus on tips for a person who is like me. I'm sure that there is somebody out there, I hope that there's somebody out there that is watching this video right now that is like me. That is a person who, if they have an open box of whatever treat it is, whether it's keto or not, it's an empty box. I'll give you guys a few examples. You buy a thing of, let's say, roasted almonds. There's a family pack you can buy at Walmart. I don't even know how many ounces it is, but that's like a serving for me. And the funny thing is if I really were to watch myself, and if I were to put like a hidden camera in a room and watch what happens, is I know what a serving is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a handful of almonds or any kind of nut. It's a quarter cup, give or take. And that's like, I mean, that would basically fit in the palm of your hand. And that's what I start out with. But next thing you know, I'm sitting on the couch and I go back a couple of more times and grab a couple of more single servings. And then next thing you know, that bag is sitting next to me on the couch. And it just kind of, I munch on it and I munch on it and I munch on it. And hey, I may not eat the whole thing in a single serving, but I can darn well tell you almost every single time that within a day or two, 3 at the most, that family-sized bag of nuts is gone. The same thing is true for keto bars. The protein type bar or whatever. I'll have a bar. And maybe it lasts 3 or 4 days, because the first couple of days I'll have a bar when I get home from work or whatever. But next thing you know, 1 bar turns into 2, and 2 bars turns into 3 or 4. And next thing you know, in 3 or 4 days, I've eaten a box of 12 bars, which is not how they're intended to be consumed. But that's what happens. And the same is true if I cook popcorn. I do popcorn for my family on Disney, or not Disney Sunday. It was Disney Sunday when the kids were little. On Movie Sunday, I do popcorn for my family. That's a tradition. Dad's done it forever. And for a while, when I was doing keto, and I mean a while, obviously you guys know I've been doing this for almost 3 years, I would allow myself a cup, which was a little plastic cup about this tall, of popcorn, and that was it for me. And then I would make a bowl of popcorn that my kids would share and my wife would have some of. And over time, it has gotten to where I now make 2 pots or 2 bowls of popcorn. 1 for my son and daughter and 1 for my wife and I. And guess who eats the majority of the one that is for my wife and I? That's right, it's me. And so it's so clear to me, if I take a step back and look at it, why most keto products don't work for me. And most keto products do not work for me because I am not able to regulate and have a bar, a piece of pie, a piece of cake, a small bag of the keto chips or crisps or whatever they happen to be. I don't have the ability to regulate those things. Now, it is much worse, and I will tell you, it is definitely much worse when I'm eating non-keto things, when I'm eating sugar-filled things or carb-filled things, which simply turn into sugar when they get into your body. So do I think keto products are less bad? I guess as Dr. Berry would say. They're not good necessarily, but they're less bad than their non-keto counterparts. Yes, I do think so. And do I think that you're a bad person or you're not good at keto if you utilize keto products? I don't think that at all. I know that for me, though, I can't utilize those products and be successful. My goal moving forward is to limit those products, keto treats, snacks, to very significant days. My birthday, Christmas, my anniversary, things like that. I'll give you a good example of a time that I am not going to allow myself to have keto treats, and that is my son is graduating from high school. He graduates from high school this coming Saturday. His graduation party is on Friday. It would be very easy to make a keto treat for me because we are making waffles for people. It is my son and his cousin, and we're making waffles for people. Now, we're also going to have sausage available, but for the most part, people are going to be having sweet treats, and there are going to be cupcakes and other kinds of things at our graduation party. I don't know if graduation parties are big in your part of the world, or your part of the country, but they're big in Nebraska. So, but it would be easy for me to make a keto treat and say that's what I'm going to do. But that to me is not a... When I'm going to say not a significant enough day, I do not mean that my son's graduation is not significant, because it is. It's awesome. It's amazing. But I am really, really, really going to limit the times when I allow myself a keto treat. A Sunday dinner with my family, with my parents, is not a day for a keto treat. A graduation party is not a day for a keto treat. It's a day to make sure that I eat my steak before I go to this thing. That's definitely true. And if I want to allow myself a snack, I'll have some of that sausage that we're going to cook up. But it is not a day for me to have a keto treat. And that's how I think I need to treat things moving forward, guys. I know this is a bit of a longer update today, but I've really just found some clarity in the last little while in thinking about what I want to do moving forward. And, it's really... I feel like I'm kind of putting myself out there even more than I have in the last couple of years on my channel to admit to you guys where I'm at, because in a way, I'm really disappointed with that number to be back above 350. That sucks. I'm not shocked by the number. I was hoping, you guys, if you watched my video from the other day, you know I was hoping to be in the 330-ish range, but I wasn't shocked by that number because I know how my clothes fit, and I can tell absolutely that I had put some weight on, and so. But there was a big part of me that did not want to share that with you guys. That didn't want to tell you that I got on the scale today and I weighed myself and I'm like, gosh, am I going to share this, or am I just going to keep doing what I'm doing and maybe share the number when the number's a little better for you guys, so that somehow I could seem better to you. I don't know. To me, that just seems silly at the end of the day. And if I have tried to share anything with you over the last couple of years that I've had this channel, it's that you get the unvarnished how my keto journey is. And sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not so great. And obviously over the last few months it's been not so great. And I just wanted to share with you, because I think coming all the way back around to why most keto products don't work for me, I wanted to share that with you guys because I hope and I think that there's somebody out there who is like me. Who hears a lot on a lot of keto channels, who likes to watch videos like I like to watch videos, and hears a lot about all these keto products that are out there. And they're a person that's like me and not able to regulate those things. And they don't hear enough that it's okay if you can't have the keto products. If you can't regulate those keto products, it's okay. Don't have them. And I would like to be a voice for you. My channel, like I said, that's what I want to focus on moving forward, is dealing with the addictive behavior that is involved with food. And I'm still definitely dealing with the emotional side of why I eat. You guys know, not the only reason it is not the only reason that I can get this, I can speak. I gained 35.8 pounds. I'm going to get this out over the last 4 months. Keto treats and snacks are not the only reason I put on the 35.8 pounds. There, I finally said it. They are a reason, but there's a huge emotional component to why I overeat. And I eat when I'm stressed. I eat for emotional support to help me when I'm not feeling great. And I know I need to work on that. And I want to work on that. I want to find other ways to help soothe myself and to get through those tough times that don't involve eating more food than I need to, or eating foods that I know are not good for me. But I'm a work in progress. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, and let you know that that's the direction that my channel is gonna go in moving forward. The last thing that I did want to say to you, you guys know that I have an affiliation with Keto Chow, and Keto Chow is one product that works for me. One keto product that works for me, and here's why. I have in my pantry the powder Keto Chow. If I decide that I need a Keto Chow, I've got to go do some work in order to have a Keto Chow. And if I for some reason wanted to have more than one, I've got to go do some more work. That is enough for me to keep me on the straight and narrow, so to speak, and to not abuse Keto Chow as a product in the same way that I abuse these bars and treats and snacks and nuts and seeds. Because if I decide that I'm still a little bit hungry after dinner, or I have a sweet tooth, we'll put that in air quotes, I have to get up, go into the kitchen, open up a pack of Keto Chow, pour in my heavy cream, add some ice and some almond milk or some water, and blend that up, and then I've got my shake. That takes me some time to do. That particular product works okay for me because it's not readily available in bingeable form. So there you go. I'm going to definitely keep my affiliation with Keto Chow. I think it's one product that I can use. As I mentioned to you guys in my last video, it's one of the things that works as a keto for me kind of a thing when I don't have leftovers or something along those lines. But other than that, and electrolytes, that's it. Those are my keto products, and that's what I'm gonna say moving forward. I guess maybe I will give you an update tomorrow, a weekly update, and maybe I won't, because moving forward, We're going to take this in little chunks at a time, as we often do. But for the month of May, my goal is to absolutely have no keto snacks or treats at all. I'm going to eat meat, vegetables. I'm going to allow myself to eat as much as I want as far as that goes. I'm not going to limit my portions, but meat heavy, keto friendly vegetables, and I'm going to allow myself those keto chows when I need them, and that's it. So yeah, if you guys have made it all the way to the end of a much longer than usual video from me, I thank you. I thank you for being a part of my channel. I thank you for being a part of my journey. Hopefully this is helpful for some of you. Like I said, I think a lot of times my channel is mostly just very cathartic for me, but if in some way it's been helpful to you, that's great. You can hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know that you actually like my channel. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you know when I share these updates with you. But I'm so appreciative of you guys being a part of my journey and being here during the slightly difficult times, which putting pen to paper and realizing you've gained 35.8 pounds in 4 months is one of those times. But we're going to move forward and we're going to have success. I absolutely know it. I'm going to have success and get where I want to be. Day by day, keep calm and keto on, my friends. We'll talk to you again soon.